Hey everybody, welcome back to Willson Builds. If you're new here, I'm Zach. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're returning from a previous video or my Instagram, I really appreciate the support and thank you for showing up to today's video. Today, we're going picking. I mean, if you saw my introductory video, either last week's upload or 2 weeks ago, I mentioned to you guys picking's a big part of my life, and I haven't been able to go for a long time. And I'd really like to take you guys with me the next time I go. And we're going. Coincidentally, 5 days later, we are going to go look at a collection, and that collection is a good friend of mine, Matt Sager. If you don't know who Matt Sager is, he is, I think, like the main guy you would call him on Lost Car Rescue on the History Channel. It's one of my favorite history shows, and I've known Matt for quite a bit now. And we're gonna go pick his yard because he says he has too much stuff. I'm gonna try to throw some money at him, get some cool stuff. No cars, hopefully. But yeah, it's gonna be a really good day. We're gonna head up there now. It's really early, but yeah, I don't know how much I can film there, full disclosure. So it might be somewhat of a boring video, but if you do end up seeing this intro, that means we did pick some stuff and we're gonna come home with it. So when we come home, we can film everything and hopefully get some good stuff. But anyways, guys, let's get into the video and head up island to go see Matt. All right, guys, so we're on the road. I just gotta go pick up a buddy of mine, Vinny, and he's gonna help us a little bit, if there's heavy lifting or anything like that. Full disclosure, I've never been to this yard. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm even gonna buy anything. Of course, if you're probably watching this video, I did end up buying something. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. I know Matt is a brilliant collector. He knows what has value and what's cool and what all of us collectors like to see and like to have. So in that case, I am actually, a little stoked because he said he has some good things. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can crack a deal on at least one or two things. All right, guys, so we just left Matt Sager's place. We were able to get not one, but three, probably I would say 1948 to early 50s Bennett pumps. We were also able to get a couple little things, license plates, an oil drum, a grill, stuff like that. So we're gonna take these home now, unload them, check them out. They're all complete, minus I think one's missing a little bit of trim. They don't have the globes, of course. This original BA one is missing the doors, but he does have the doors, so we'll be getting those in a few days. So let's go home, unload these, and check out what we got. All right, now the fun part is going to be getting these pumps out. We had 4 guys loading it, now we have 2, but I do have an engine crane that's going to come in handy. So we'll set the camera up on the tripod and attempt to get these out. So of course it starts pouring rain as soon as we get out here, but let's see where it goes. What do you need?
Gloves on.
Gloves?
Okay.
Okay guys, it's actually the next day. I got super busy when we got home yesterday, so I wasn't able to show you the pumps. But here they are. We got 3 Bennett pumps. I believe Bennett pumps are somewhat similar throughout the years. They just changed the face and the porcelain inside here. From what I understand, like the body are all the same. This is technically like a 1954, 55, 56 pump, where these are the late 40s, so 47, 48, 49. And the bodies are really the same. The only thing that's different is the doors. The late 40s have the skinnier door and just the one piece of window trim here and the basic trim around the bulb there. Whereas the 55 has the bigger, wider trim, the wider face, and has more of the kind of Art Deco, like space age trim around the bulb. That being said, I think most of the stuff is compatible. So I could take these doors and put it on this pump, but I'd have to change the face and vice versa. So if we do have trouble fixing these doors, as you can see, there's pretty big dents in them. They shouldn't be too hard, but if we did have issues, we could look for doors for both these pumps and either just convert it or go from there, I guess. But we'll have to see what doors came with the BA colored pump here, as maybe it's the same as this, maybe it's the same as this. I'm not too sure. This is the one I'd like to keep because it's the best, and the best out of the bunch, I should say. And it's all there, and these are quite literally my favorite pumps ever. This is what really caught my eye. And this was in one of the, I guess the last season of the Lost Car Rescue in that haul. This was in the back of an international pickup they put there. And I saw it kind of last minute and threw that in with the bundle. But other than that, we got some really good stuff. I mean, I don't know if you can see the BA oiler beside me. It has a really cool, I'm pretty sure it's handmade dolly, but really cool. I mean, really Art Deco. I'm gonna display this. I cleaned it yesterday. I did like a ADHD side quest and cleaned it for, I don't know, 2 hours and got all the grease off and all the dirt. It had like an inch of grease and dirt packed into the wheels. So once we were able to get those clean, I was actually able to make the wheels look kind of nice. We also got some pretty cool license plates. The oldest being the Saskatchewan one. I was gonna say Saskatchewan, but Saskatchewan, you can see on the side, and it says 1918. So I don't know how many cars, if it was even, maybe it was a carriage back then, I don't know. You tell me in the comments. But 1918, that's easily my oldest plate I have now. And it's, you know, seen better days, but it's there. I also got this really cool one. I think this would look so cool on a Model A. Is a 1931 New Mexico. As you can see there too, the 31's kind of in that like weird, I guess that maybe be a sun, I don't know, but it's in that nice embossed kind of decal there. So that's a really cool one. Never seen one of those. And then the other weird ones I got is this 1936. It says common carrier public utilities. So I'm assuming that would be like a, I don't know, fire truck or ambulance or government vehicle. I don't know. You guys, again, tell me in the comments. I know nothing about this, but 1936, pretty cool. And then I really like this one as well. This would be a cool wall hanger because these are a little odd size. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but that's about a regular one. And that's these guys. The width is a lot shorter and they're a bit fatter as well. But this guy is a big boy. And again, 1936, Saskatchewan. It's a farm truck one. And it's huge. It is actually, I mean, here's a modern day license plate. It's like an inch taller and maybe half an inch wider. But really cool. Again, 1936. So these will go on my wall. The rest I'll probably, you know, I like giving license plates away to like, you know, people who are just getting into collecting, you know, kids, other people who want to fill their walls in their garage. So if you need some license plates, hit me up. But yeah, guys, great pick. I'm really happy with everything we got. Love this BA oiler. This would obviously have, you can see, I don't know if you can see from there, but there's 4 holes on here that are threaded and it would hold a lube stir or whatever, pump on the top here and it would disperse oil or lube. Anyways, but it's just so cool. I mean, it's just really neat. And there's a really cool sentimental story from this. If you saw, I believe, season 1 of the Lost Car Rescue, they bought a long bed 58 Chevy 3100, kind of like my 55 pickup, but it has a dual headlights. Maybe it's a 57? I forget. Anyways, if you saw the show, it's the blue one, it's the long bed. And this was actually sitting in the driver's seat when I went up to the yard. And it kind of had a sentimental reason to stay with the pumps. And maybe we'll get Matt on the YouTube here and he can explain the story. He has so many great stories, such a knowledgeable guy. And I was super happy that he threw this in with the pumps because this will stay in my garage. I love this. This is a really, really cool piece of just like, I mean, it has no function, but it's just a really cool item to look at, especially with the dolly. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna start getting into this pump. I mean, this is probably gonna be a short video because we couldn't actually film us picking anything, but let's go over the Bennett pump. I'll show you guys, I have no keys for it, so I can show you guys how to get into it if you ever run into a Bennett pump. I remember my first Bennett pump I ever worked on. I had a really hell of a time getting into it because I didn't want to, break anything. So I figured out a decent way to get into them, and they're, I guess, the same throughout the years. So let's get into it. As you can see, there's a little, oh, it's actually kind of, looks like someone tried to pry it open already. Little access hatch on the side of the pump. But these locks, they move pretty, generously. And so does these panels. So if you're ever stuck in this, I mean, I don't know if a brand new one would, but if you just, I like these little picks here. Get them in there. You push the lock over because it will move. And it'll come open. It doesn't damage literally anything. So this opens up, obviously. There's a prong there and then the lock prong, as you can see. Lots of movement, but this, you can see, traces of yellow. So this is probably a Shell pump back in the day. It's got the Bennett tag on there. When you open here, these are really funny because these look like those old brass diving helmets. So we have to look for our, look at all the dust in there. You gotta look at all for the mechanism. Can I focus? That's it right there. That little, I don't know if you can see that, but that little L bracket handle. We'll pull that and the door should open. Hopefully there's no weird creatures in here. There it goes. Okay, so we're looking pretty complete. The faceplate, besides that one little rust piece and kind of right there, is pretty good. This is all just dirt. This comes off. And everything's there. I mean, there's our handle to open it that we just pulled from the inside. And we have to get this out. So I believe, from what I remember, there's bolts on the bottom of here. And I think you have to actually take out this plate to pull it out. And, bolts there. But realistically, I think this comes out pretty easily. So if we remove this, I mean, even you can see them on all of them. They're all there. So if we remove it, these will become, oh, there it goes. These will become much lighter. So maybe we should look at removing this in this video. All right, so now with the pump out, you can just see how much room there is. You can go to, pretty good lengths to clean up the wiring in here. I've seen people do switches in their pumps. So you open it, switch it, and that's probably what I'll do in this scenario. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's a manageable weight now. That pump was pretty heavy, and it's all bottom heavy, so this will move pretty easily now. Overall, really happy with how easy the bolts came out. That was actually not frustrating to do at all. The bottom bolts for the pump were a little bit difficult because they're actually square nuts. So they were a little bit challenging, but overall, really easy. So I'm gonna leave this pump now so we can do a video about restoring it. But overall, it's in absolutely great shape. We're gonna be likely taking out all the electrical and redoing that, cleaning the bulbs, because these bulbs, they're in really good shape. You just have to clean them and they actually turn out really good. The front doors are good. I popped a dent out. It was kind of dented probably from the strap, so it just pushed out. All this stuff can be pretty much redone. You know, I might go to a bit of a in-depth with this and get a couple pieces chromed and polished and so on and so forth. But everything we can do here, we will. But yeah, there's the pump. All right, everybody, I'm gonna cut the video there. Thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully that was an interesting video. We got a lot of good stuff and was able to kind of show you a rundown of a pump, and we'll definitely be doing a couple pump videos restoring the pump. So I'm really happy that we were able to do that. I'm sorry that we weren't actually able to kind of pick and do that. Matt being on a TV show, you know, if I kind of showed exactly where he was, people go and be weird, and you weirdos ruin everything for everybody. But that being said, it was just out of respect that I didn't film the yard there, and it worked out pretty good. We got 3 pumps, we got like 150 license plates, the cool BA oiler, and super stoked, was able to make a really good trip worth it. And there's a couple other things in that yard that I am eyeing up for future videos. And let me just tell you that it's a little bit bigger than a gas pump, and it has 4 wheels. So eventually we might be able to get something working. But I'd like to thank Matt Sager. Matt, if you're watching this, thank you. Letting us pick your yard and make a deal, and being really good to us on the deal, and helping us bundle and helping us load and so on and so forth. You're a great friend, so thank you for that. And yeah, super stoked. I hope you guys are as well. If you have something you like, dislike, what pump I should do first, the BA, or I guess this is like a BA, I don't know what, this is probably repainted too, and this is a likely like a Texaco, but I can see the Shell logo underneath there. It will be going back Texaco. So tell me in the comments what you want to see done to these pumps, and I'll try my best to do that. Anyways, guys, thanks for tagging along on the journey today, and we'll see you in the next video of Willson Builds.